So let's talk about the next DSL SEND forum.
Excellent. So it's next Tuesday, isn't it?
It is, the 16th of January.
3:45?
It is indeed.
I'll be there.
So will I.
And what was the focus for this one? I can't remember what we decided the next focus was going to be.
So the focus for this session will be online safety. So we asked everybody who was interested in the SEND DSL forum to tell us what they were interested in, and this came out the top topic. So we're going to be covering online safety this time. But the hope is that during this forum we will cover lots of different themes that are really pertinent issues for DSLs working in SEND schools. So my experience working in an SEND specialist setting was there were so many diverse, different, weird and wonderful concerns that would arise. And when I would go along to network meetings or training, actually those types of things weren't covered.
Yeah.
So especially when you're talking about young people who might struggle to regulate their emotions, and you're more likely to see hitting out in a school setting. That's very different to a mainstream setting where you would expect to see less of that type of behaviour, and how to manage it when you've got interplay of medications and you've got children with different developmental ages and environments which can be overstimulating. So much to think about and to consider and to do to support both children who might be struggling to regulate their emotions, but also those that are on the receiving end, sadly, of some of that. So yeah, this forum is an opportunity, I hope, for DSLs to come along, meet with people that are doing a similar job to them, talk about some of these challenges, some of these types of concerns that they might be experiencing, and come up with solutions to some of the challenges, share some great practice, share some wonderful resources that they might have found.
Excellent. I suppose, and being a forum, it's much more open, isn't it? It's not training and we're going to show you what to do and going to show you. It's more opening up to them for conversations, isn't it? So that's really important, because we don't get a chance to do that very often, do we? Have that open forum.
No, I think you're absolutely right. I think we're definitely not saying this is a training. It's not about LGfL selling anything or giving you a product. This is really an opportunity for you to come along, to hopefully feel safe and comfortable, meet some other people, talk about those challenges, and together find solutions and like you say, some mutual support.
Absolutely. And also, we don't know what the hot topics are all the time. We know it in our fields, but it's actually quite nice to know what is going on in schools. What are the parents' issues? What are the children's issues? What really is going on? Because, you know, there's so much going on with children nowadays that actually we do need to unpack some of it. So it'd be really good to get the hot topics.
Yeah. And useful to remind everybody that it's absolutely free for any DSL in any school. You don't have to be an LGfL customer. So if you work in an SEND setting, we are absolutely open door for you. So
is it also open for primary schools that have a big SEND population? It's not just a SEND school. So if you are a DSL with a cohort of SEND pupils, you can still come along.
Yes, absolutely. We didn't want it to be restrictive. So if you work with a significant cohort of pupils with any special educational needs or disabilities, then absolutely you are welcome to join us. So we had in our initial DSL forum, so the first one that we ran in November time, we had colleagues from early years settings all the way through to FE. Excellent. Some were specialists, some were alternative providers, some were from very particular pupil cohort schools, so SEMH for example. So absolutely, if you work in a mainstream setting or in a specialist setting, we are there for you.
And how often do you think these forums are going to run?
So I think we're going to deliver it every half term.
Excellent.
And we're going to rotate it on the days of the week, but it's always going to be after school, because that's what DSL said would fit best with their work.
Absolutely.
So if people want to come along,
how do we find out about it?
Go to safetraining.lgfl.net, find the next forum and put yourself on.
Perfect.